for less. Every trend, every room on any budget. It feels even better when you find it for less at Ross. Yes, for less.
Tonight, several developing stories as we come on the air. President Trump and the Robert Mueller investigation. Tonight, what we've learned about the president's White House lawyer, Don McGahn, who has cooperated extensively with the special counsel. Mueller's team conducting hours of interviews with him, the most of any White House witness. What did McGahn witness inside the White House before James Comey was fired, when the president was raging against AG Jeff Sessions for recusing himself? Also tonight, late developments in the trial of Paul Manafort. The jury asking to extend their day. What this could mean. We'll go live to the courthouse. The severe weather threat as we come on tonight. At least 5 reported tornadoes already. New alerts across the heartland tonight. Headed east next from D.C. up the coast. Disturbing new details tonight in the murder of a pregnant Colorado woman and her 2 young children. The husband charged, and tonight right here, you will hear from the last friend to see the wife alive. Why she says she knew something was wrong. The urgent manhunt right now. Authorities say the killing spree in the South late today, releasing names and photos of the suspects. They're wanted in several killings, including the double murder of 2 friends celebrating a birthday. The deadly alligator attack, a woman walking her dog pulled underwater by an 8-foot-long gator. And the deadly plane crash. The plane can be seen plummeting to the ground.
This is ABC World News Tonight with David Muir.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a very busy Monday night. And we begin tonight with President Trump and the Robert Mueller investigation, and one of Mueller's key witnesses, President Trump's White House lawyer, Don McGahn. Hours and hours of questions for him, more than any White House witness. The president unleashing on Twitter after the New York Times first reported that McGahn has been cooperating with the special counsel for 9 months now. McGahn sitting for more than 30 hours of interviews. A former Whitewater prosecutor from the Clinton years saying Mueller getting access to a witness like this, it's like, quote, having the keys to the kingdom. President Trump's personal attorney, Rudy Giuliani, saying it was the president who gave McGahn permission in the first place. And it was Giuliani who over the weekend said truth isn't truth. What did he mean? ABC's Kira Phillips leading us off.
Don McGahn, the top lawyer in the Trump White House, a key staffer, often seen, rarely heard, but today.
And was it a mistake to have you speak without limits to Special Counsel Mueller?
Did you comply because you thought the president would betray you?
We are now learning McGahn has become one of Special Counsel Robert Mueller's most important inside sources. Prosecutors spending more time with him than any other White House witness. The New York Times reporting McGahn has met with Mueller's team at least 3 times for a total of 30 hours. He knows so much about the inner workings of the Trump White House, right there at so many key moments, from the president's firing of FBI Director James Comey to Trump's rage at Attorney General Jeff Sessions for recusing himself from the Russia probe.
If he was going to recuse himself, he should have told me prior to taking office, and I would have quite simply pick somebody else.
McGahn also knew the president considered firing Robert Mueller. The Times reporting McGahn cooperated fully with the special counsel, fearing Trump's team may have been setting him up as a fall guy. The president's personal lawyer, Rudy Giuliani, says he's been assured by the president's former legal team that McGahn supports the president.
John Dowd yesterday said, I'll use his words rather than mine, that McGahn was a strong witness for the president.
President Trump himself blasted the Times story, tweeting it implied, quote, that because White House counsel Don McGahn was giving hours of testimony to the special counsel, he must be a John Dean type rat. But I allowed him and all others to testify. I didn't have to. I have nothing to hide. Dean is the former White House counsel for Richard Nixon, who famously flipped on the president during the Watergate investigation. Today, Dean tweeting, McGahn is doing right. But the president's legal team seems to have been unaware of just how much McGahn's been talking, and the president hasn't decided whether to sit down with Mueller himself. Giuliani saying they're worried about walking into a perjury trap, raising eyebrows with this comment.
And when you tell me that, he should testify because he's going to tell the truth and he shouldn't worry, well, that's so silly because it's somebody's version of the truth, not the truth. He didn't have a conversation
Truth is truth.
about...
I don't mean to go like...
No, it isn't truth. Truth isn't truth.
Kira Phillips with us live tonight from the White House. And Kira, President Trump weighing in tonight on the Mueller investigation in a new interview with Reuters, saying has decided to become involved in the investigation, not to interfere.
That's right, David. When asked about Mueller's investigation, the president went as far to say, quote, "I could run it if I want." As for sitting down with Mueller and answering questions, well, he still will not say if he's going to do that. The president himself now raising the question of whether this could be a perjury trap. David?
Kira Phillips leading us off tonight. Kira, thank you. There are also late developments in the Paul Manafort trial late today. The jurors asking to extend their day to deliberate longer, and we have just learned no verdict reached yet. But what could this mean for both sides? ABC's Chief Justice correspondent Pierre Thomas at the courthouse tonight.
Late today, lawyers for Paul Manafort summoned to a conference with prosecutors and Judge T.S. Ellis. The word from the judge, the jury wants to work late till 6:15.
How's your client feeling today?
She's feeling really good.
For 3 full days, the jurors, 6 men and 6 women, have been poring over a mountain of evidence, asking for a larger room to contain it all. 388 exhibits in total. Prosecutors charge Manafort hid millions of dollars from the IRS. They say he defrauded banks into loaning him millions more. And they point to $60 million stashed in 31 offshore bank accounts, telling the jury, use your common sense. Does it make sense that Paul Manafort had 31 overseas accounts and he forgot that he had to report them? Manafort says he's innocent, and he has one powerful voice on his side, President Trump, weighing in even as the jury deliberates.
I think it's a very sad day for our country. He worked for me for a very short period of time, but you know what? He happens to be a very good person, and I think it's very sad what they've done to Paul Manafort.
And the president refusing to rule out an eventual pardon for his former campaign chairman if convicted.
All right, so let's go live to Pierre Thomas at the courthouse in Alexandria again tonight. And Pierre, the jury requesting that extra time today to deliberate past that 5 o'clock time, right straight through 6:15 they asked for. But moments ago, we learned no verdict. They went home for the night.
David, they just wrapped up. They wanted to work that extra 45 minutes. It's not exactly clear why. It could mean they're getting closer to a verdict, or it may simply mean they wanted to put in the extra time. The defense just told us they believe the continued deliberations are good for Manafort, but we don't really know, David.
More than a dozen counts in this case. They had asked for a larger room for all of that evidence, and they continue to do their work tonight. Pierre Thomas, our thanks to you. In the meantime, there's also new reporting tonight after that horrific story out of Colorado. The pregnant mother and her 2 young daughters killed. The husband at first, you'll remember, pleading for them to come home. Hours later, reportedly confessing. Well, right here tonight, we're hearing from the last friend to see that pregnant mother alive, the woman who dropped her off at the house. Here's ABC's Clayton Sandell from Colorado again tonight.
Tonight, formal charges filed in a horrific and incomprehensible triple murder.
This afternoon, my office filed formal charges against Christopher Lee Watts.
Chris Watts facing 9 felonies, including first-degree murder and unlawful termination of a pregnancy. Watts accused of murdering his pregnant wife Shanann and 2 daughters, Celeste, 3, and Bella, 4.
Yeah. He was the one for me, and he is amazing.
Nicole Atkinson was the last friend to see Shanann, dropping her off 2 a.m. Friday from a late business trip. Shanann goes missing later that day, but Atkinson says Chris seems unconcerned.
He just kept saying he didn't know where she was, that she was on a play date, but he couldn't give us the name of the friend.
Atkinson says a neighbor's security camera should have seen them leaving for that play date, but she says the footage only shows Chris driving away in his work truck at 5:15 a.m.
What does that tell you?
That there was something seriously wrong.
Atkinson says Shanann told her Chris had recently been acting strangely.
He wasn't being the loving Chris that he normally was. He wasn't touching or hugging or doing stuff like that. And he wasn't being as attentive to the girls as he normally is.
The bodies of all 3 found Thursday in a Colorado oil field. Shanann in a shallow grave. The girls concealed in nearly full oil tanks. Watts has reportedly confessed.
But I didn't want to think that they weren't coming back.
And Clayton Sandell joined us outside the Watts family home again tonight. And Clayton, Christopher Watts has a court appearance tomorrow. And this comes after the breaking news late today. The charges just revealed.
That's right, David. Watts will be back in court tomorrow to hear these charges for the first time. He has not entered a plea. And in the meantime, you can see this memorial here in front of the family home to Shanann and the girls. continues to grow. David.
Clayton, thank you. We're also following severe weather at this hour. Dangerous storms blasting through the heartland tonight. Several reported tornadoes from the system already, and new alerts are up right now. At least 5 tornadoes reported in 24 hours from Oklahoma to Missouri. Trees torn from the ground, rooftops ripped apart in Mays, Oklahoma. That system then moving east from D.C. up through the northeast. A dangerous start to the week. Let's get right to Chief Meteorologist Ginger Zee. She's live right there in front of the George Washington Bridge tonight. Good evening, Ginger.
Good evening, David. A tornado-warned storm, as we speak, is moving across Interstate 55 south of Memphis and west of Tupelo, Mississippi. So you can see that is among many that have popped up here in the severe thunderstorm watches that includes Carbondale, Illinois, Paducah, Kentucky, all for tonight. But it is not just the cold front that's producing those storms. It's the low itself. You can see the counterclockwise rotation that's dropped more than 10 inches of rain in eastern Iowa just in the past 24 hours. This thing reminds me of something you'd see more in May than late August, and that just means it's powerful, and we have the potential for damaging winds then from Erie to Richmond on Tuesday as well. David.
We'll be tracking this over the next several days. Ginger, thank you. We're going to turn next to that right now. Police releasing images and names of the suspects now, calling them cold-blooded killers after a deadly robbery spree in Nashville. ABC's Steve Osunsami tonight in Tennessee.
Nashville police tonight have arrested 24-year-old DeMontre Logsdon, who has a robbery conviction from November. And they say they're still looking to question 24-year-old LaCorey Little, who already has a felony assault conviction. At this point, police aren't saying if they're the same 2 men seen on surveillance video in this black Chevy sedan robbing and killing across the city.
I've been in Nashville all my life. I have never gotten up every morning to see 2 people shot.
There's a visitation tonight for one of the victims killed Friday. 33-year-old Bartley Teal was out celebrating his birthday.
2511 Galveston Avenue at the Cobra Bar. Advising someone shot.
He and 30-year-old Jamie Sarantonio were robbed and killed walking from the bar. Last Tuesday, it was Kendall Rice, shot and killed on the way to a bus stop. Police say the killers made off with 2 other robberies that same night, shooting another man who survived. Carjacking where the victim got away. Police are putting that one on 27-year-old Horace Williamson, who was already in jail. And in the one case police aren't sure is related, a woman walking her dog was shot and paralyzed. Behind me is the bar where the last 2 victims left on Friday before they were killed. They are preparing here for a funeral tomorrow. David?
Steve Osunsami tonight. Thank you, Steve. She was a major name in the Me Too movement, an Italian actress who accused Harvey Weinstein. Tonight, her own behavior is now under the microscope, facing allegations of her own, reportedly paying a settlement to a young actor who was 17 when she allegedly assaulted him, reportedly paying him off later. You may also know her name and her face because she had been dating Anthony Bourdain before he took his life. Here's ABC's Lindsay Davis tonight.
Tonight, shocking sexual abuse allegations against the Italian actress Asia Argento, seen in this photo hugging movie co-star and former child actor Jimmy Bennett, the man she's accused of assaulting. Argento and Bennett first met when the then 7-year-old played her son in the 2004 film Full of. The New York Times reports it received settlement documents from an anonymous encrypted email outlining a $380,000 settlement between Argento and Bennett, alleging that Argento sexually assaulted him in a California hotel room, claiming Argento gave him alcohol and kissed him before engaging in sexual activity. At the time, Argento was 37, Bennett was 17. The age of consent in California is 18. Argento, a prominent voice in the #MeToo movement, speaking out often directly and publicly to fellow movie makers.
Sitting among you, there are those who still have to be held accountable for their conduct against women.
According to the dates in the document, discussions for the payout began 1 month after that bombshell New Yorker article came out in which Argento accused Harvey Weinstein of rape in 1997 when she was 21. In a statement tonight, Harvey Weinstein's lawyer says these revelations demonstrate to everyone how poorly the allegations against Mr. Weinstein were actually vetted.
Argento is not one of the victims involved in the case against Harvey Weinstein. Our calls to Argento and Bennett's attorneys were not returned. The Los Angeles County Sheriff's Department tells ABC News their detectives are reaching out to Bennett and his attorney. David?
Lindsay Davis, thank you. Overseas tonight, Pope Francis breaking his silence after that blistering grand jury report on the Catholic Church in Pennsylvania. The Pope addressing a letter to the, quote, people of God, condemning atrocities of the church sex abuse scandal.